Hi guys, welcome back to the course on rules for writing a good essay. This course is presented by me, Palak Sharma, your educator at Unacademy, and this is the second lesson in the course. Here are a few things about me. I'm a mixture of Keynes and Shakespeare because I love English and economics, a content developer, book eater, theatre geek, and a published author and poetess. Do rate, review, recommend, and share this lesson as much as you can. Also, you can follow me on Unacademy. This is my link, and this is me. So this lesson is going to be about what makes a good essay. So all of us know that how we're going to write an essay. Maybe all of us have written it too. But what the point is that have we written a good essay? What is actually a good essay made up of? This is important to know. So if you're going to write an essay, then you need to know beforehand that what are the criteria for making an essay a good essay. For your essay to be qualified as a good essay, what all is important. So this lesson is going to deal with all that stuff which is important for you to know what makes your essay a good essay. So firstly, a good essay, it aims to persuade the readers of ideas based on evidence. So whenever you are writing a good essay and whenever you are reading an essay, it's only good if it's actually proving the ideas with evidence. So what an essay needs to do is कि जब आप उसे पढ़ रहे हो या जब आप ऐसे को लिख रहे हो तो जो भी उनका पॉइंट है वो रीडर्स को एक एविडेंस एक सबूत के साथ मिले. So if the readers are actually knowing what is written with a certain amount of evidence and example, तो उन्हें ये चीज़ accept करने में आसानी होगी जो भी आपने लिखा है. It will be easier for them to accept what you have written if you have written it with proper evidences and your ideas are backed by examples. Secondly, a good essay should answer a question or a task. So if suppose your essay is simply on what is the situation of Indian judicial system, as I spoke earlier, or maybe this time it's on is UN functioning properly. So if you need to focus on this thing, that maybe an answer to the question that is United Nations actually functioning properly, or maybe you have simply been given a thing that United Nations and its relevance in the present world. So you all you need to do is here is that either you want to answer a question that is United Nations relevant in the present world, or either it's a task for you to prove that what is United Nations doing in the present world. So in either case you're going to deal with the question answering pattern, and it is important that you emphasize that your essay is actually an answer to the question which has been given in the topic, because all in all everything which we write, it's actually an answer to something. Everything is in answer to something in relativity. तो अगर मैं कुछ भी अभी आंसर कर रही हूँ तो मैं ये जब ऐसे मैं ये लेसन भी जब पढ़ा रही हूँ तो मे बी इट्स एन आंसर टू व्हाट मेक्स अ गुड ऐसे. तो हर चीज़ किसी ना किसी क्वेश्चन या किसी भी टॉपिक को एलैबोरेट करती है. तो मेक श्योर दैट योर essay is not anything random. Make it a piece of actual answer to a particular question or a task. Next thing is it should have a thesis statement and an argument. A thesis statement is the statement on which you base your entire work. So as I said, my thesis statement in my examples case could be what is the relevance of United Nations in the present world. I can say my thesis statement is relevance of United Nations in the present world politics. That is my thesis. Now I have to put arguments in favor, against. I am free to take my sides, and it's on my head that what am I going to do with this thesis statement. Now this is the main gist of your essay, because your whole essay आगे आप जो भी लिखने वाले हैं वो इसी चीज़ के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करेगा कि आपका थीसिस स्टेटमेंट कितना स्ट्रॉन्ग है. अगर आपका स्टेटमेंट स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा तो आप उसके काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स या आर्ग्यूमेंट्स भी स्ट्रॉन्ग रखोगे और आपका ऐसे एंगेजिंग होगा. तो मेक श्योर यू हैव अ थीसिस स्टेटमेंट इन योर essay. मे बी आपको यू डोंट नीड टू जॉट इट डाउन, वो आपके दिमाग में होगा तो भी चलेगा, बट मेक इट लाइक अ पार्ट ऑफ योर essay. The fourth thing is it should present or discuss something. Okay, so an essay shouldn't merely be a piece of written literature. It should actually present something. It should actually discuss something, and you can do that by develop a thesis via a set of closely related points by reasoning or logic. So if I'm going to write about the relevance of United Nations in the present day world politics, then what am I going to do? How am I going to set a closely related point of a chain of closely related points by reasoning or by logic? So that's my task now. what I will do in this context, I will firstly initiate that how United Nations came into being. Maybe I'll say that 1945, Franklin D. Roosevelt and these people decided to just sit on and go for international organization and all that stuff which is related to its origination. And then I can come on the next thing. The next thing could be about like a lot of things about United Nations, how it was like firstly subjugated by US and the USSR, and still it was not that polared. But since USSR broke off, then we have a hegemony, and that US hegemony, it's actually ruling the United Nations. And so I'll put on a chain of events in a very successive manner by reasoning and logic. So these things which I'll be saying, they'll be running in a chain of logic. They are not something haphazardly written. It's all about logic and a set of related points. So you need to present or discuss your ideas in an essay in such a way that they are mainly promoted by your reasoning and by your logic. So this is again a good point for a good essay. The fifth thing is it should include relevant examples. So it's important that people will not believe you until and unless they give you evidence. You should have supporting evidence and information from authentic sources or other credible sources. So maybe if you're writing about something related to India's deficit, then you can mention RBI's data, you can mention something related to, or if you're bringing out the current scenario of sanitation in India, then you can bring in the SBM statistics from the government's website, Swachh Bharat Mission statistics. It's all available out there, right? So if you want to give credibility to your essay, if you want to give authenticity to your essay, then to make it good, you need to add something relevant to support it, to give it a backbone. So a relevant example, a supporting evidence, or maybe some information from any authentic source or credible source, they might add up to the effect your essay will create, the emphasis your essay will create. So it's important that all you have to do in this case is keep collecting sources of information, keep remembering the ideas or examples which are like inside your mind, because they will help you to prove your point. So if I'm going to write my essay again on the United Nations and its relevance, so what am I going to do in this case is that I'm going to mention all the posts and the, that since it has come into being, since United Nations has come into being, most of the times we have seen the, the General Secretary, the Secretary of the United Nations General Assembly, to be a resident of the US. So it's important that we emphasize in this case on the residency, the citizenship of the Secretary General, because in that case we'll be emphasizing that how US has been running the United Nations in one way. So in this case, I am mentioning again that you should mention some examples, because they will be creating a lot of impact on your reader or your examiner. Whatever be the case, they are a lot impactful. So it's important you add some examples in your essay. So this is everything for the, the rules for a good essay. So this is how your essay comes out to be a good piece of work if these were the 5 things which you followed, and these were the 5 prerequisites of a good essay. I hope you understood them and you'll try to inculcate them in your writing habits. So this is it for today. Do write your feedback in the comment section. Thanks and have a nice day. Do rate, review, recommend and share also.